Hey everybody, this is Tiffany with your IoT Minute. Just going to spend a little time telling you about my journey to IoT in a multi-part section. So this is going to be episode number 1. So right now I'm broadcasting live from beautiful Brentwood Bay. So I'm doing some ocean kayaking here on Vancouver Island in beautiful British Columbia. And when I think back to my journey around IoT, it started when I was in the military. I used to drive submarines a long time ago. You know, lots of people, when they talk about IoT, they'll tell you that IoT is about everything except the things. They want to tell you it's about services or communications or connections or integration or data, on and on and on. And you know what? There's truth to all that kind of stuff. Those things are all important. But please make no mistake, none of this is possible without the things, the sensors, telling you the internal state of a physical object, broadcasting that so we can know about it. Otherwise, you're just a guy with a clipboard walking around looking at gauges and trying to find out what's going on. And we did a whole lot of that in the Navy, no doubt about it. The submarine, though, was just tons of sensors. And it was a great way to really get a good education on the things part of IoT. Even before we had a broad-based internet. You know, back then it was called ARPANET. So think about the submarine and its sensors. What does it got to know? It needs to know its depth. You know, you have depth gauges. We had something called SINS, which is like Submarine Inertial Navigation System. This is basically like GPS for being underwater. Remember, GPS doesn't work if you can't see satellites. This stuff was amazing. We had sensors for different, like carbon monoxide, different types of gas, radiation sensors. You know, that's kind of a bad thing. We had a nuclear reactor and 24 ICBMs. So you kind of wanted to know about that too. We had sonar, you know, like one ping only, right? We had radar when we were on surface. We had all kinds of sensors. I'm not even doing justice to how many sensors we had. This is the genesis of Internet of Things. And this is where I began my journey in the Navy on submarines. Luckily, when I got out, the first job I took was with a startup that was doing IoT. And I'll talk to you about that in a minute. By the way, remember, when you're out sailing in your ship, always sail into the waves. Don't want to tump. Adios.